Most people started off the day like this. They woke up, took a shower, then they went in front of the mirror, checked the face, maybe shaved the beard, brushed their teeth, checked their clothes. Some even checked the door, make sure it was locked before they left the house. But the very thing we use in checking all of these things, we actually don't check it. That is our eyes. And it leads us to severe consequences, especially for children, where 80% of their learning comes through their eyes. I'll share a few examples with you. Let's explore the story of Piper. She was a very young girl. At her age, her peers were all very curious and adventurous, getting into things. Mom, what is that? Dad, what is this? But Piper was different. Already labeled shy. She just wouldn't budge. Her parents got very concerned. And doctor after doctor after doctor, they finally came to find out what the problem was. Piper was severely farsighted. It means that things that were very far away she could see, but things that were close by her, she couldn't see them. The right prescription was placed on her face, and boy, you could see the transformation. If her brain could have a readout, you could literally see the brain saying, wow, are you mom? Wow, are you dad? Oh, is this my home? For the first time, she could actually recognize her environment and her parents. And the once labeled shy girl, all of a sudden became an adventurer, getting into things just like her peers. And here's the story of Matthias. He was already of school age. In school, the teachers labeled him, he's got ADHD. And they pressurized his mom to put him on medication, but she said, I know my son. I don't think that's the problem. Then she tried the doctors, doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor. They all tried to pressure her to put him on medication, and she wouldn't budge. They even went as far as calling her the devil for not putting her son on ADHD medication. But it took one patient doctor that examined Matthias and found out he just couldn't see. The right prescription went on his face, and here were the first words. Mom, you look so beautiful. Imagine if that were your child. You live with your child, take them to school, feed them every day, but they don't even know what you look like. Or imagine if you were the child. You live with your parents, you love them, but you don't even know what they look like. While I'm very happy for both Piper and Matthias that they escaped a situation that could have severely altered their life trajectories, upwards of 2 billion people around the world are not so fortunate. These people simply lack access, either access to eye screening, diagnosis, comprehensive eye exam, or simply affordable prescriptions. This leaves us with a huge economic loss in terms of lost productivity. We need to do better. Now, these are folks whose eyes can actually be corrected. But what about those who have actually gone through the whole diagnosis and exams and can no longer be corrected? That's where people like myself come in. I am legally blind. But let me back up a second. Unlike the movie Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy came with a bodyguard and 7 pieces of luggage, I didn't come to America that way. I came with just $200 and a small duffel bag. And I came to study medicine. reality quickly set in, of course. I realized I needed a whole lot more money than that. So after I started pre-med, in order to achieve my dream, I decided to serve the country, giving me this great opportunity, and I joined the US Army. I was about 19. Life was simply great. And before I went in, like most teenagers, I went to get my driver's license. I went to the DMV like everybody else, put my eyes into the screening machine, and in 5 seconds, A, B, 1, 2, 3. Congrats, Mr. Onwuta. Here's your driver's license. Drive safe. Now I was out. Now, fast forward to barely 2 years later. I was in pre-med. I was in the Army. I was diagnosed with Stargardt's juvenile macular degeneration, and I became legally blind. This means that what I could previously see from 20 feet away, now I have to walk up to it from 1 foot away. Of course, that earned me a military discharge, and along with it went my medical studies. Now I'd become 21, and I had to go back to the DMV to renew my license. Now 21 is that magic age in America. Everybody looks forward to it. That's the age you can go clubbing and everything else. Here was my experience. At the DMV, put my eyes through the screening machine. Nothing. What's going on? Is someone playing tricks on me? I tried. Nothing. I couldn't see it anymore. I mean, I could see the screening machine. I could put my eyes through it. But for some reason, there was a barrier between my eyes and what I was trying to read. It was as if there was some kind of fog, haze, smoke. Wait, what is going on? Previously, 5 seconds. This time around, 5 minutes and counting. Nothing. Tears were flowing down my eyes. I had become legally blind. And this time around, this is what I heard. I'm sorry, Mr. Onwuta, but we cannot issue you this driver's license. For people like me, we have to cope with everyday tasks using what is called assistive technology. They come in the form of magnifiers or text-to-speech readers or screen readers. But even that has barriers to it. If I gave you a business card right now, you look at it in 2 seconds, you can see the name, email address, and phone number. For me, I'd have to hold the business card. First of all, go find an assistive tech. Okay, great. Now, second thing is I have to figure out how to use it. Okay, good. Third thing is I have to hold it. It's handheld. These barriers contribute to 285 million people like myself around the world suffering a 90% illiteracy rate. And in terms of unemployment, here in America, 70%, United Kingdom, 75%, and in most other countries, it's not very different. Now let's pause for a second and ask ourselves, what is going on? We have all of the technological advancements that can actually solve this problem. But are we developing technology just to stoke our ego? Or can we leverage some of our technology to serve humanity? And in case you're not aware, let me list a few of them. We've got a car flying towards Mars, and it's beaming down its journey. We've got AI, artificial intelligence, that can write AI. It can literally give birth to itself. We've got robots that can do backflips perfectly. And if that doesn't impress you, they can also wash dishes at the sink. But yet, the very thing we need to see all of these amazing things, we ignore them, our eyes. We need to do better because it is costing us severely. Since becoming legally blind, I got obsessed with tackling this problem. And like I mentioned, with assistive tech comes the barriers of hand-holding, extra commands, and assistive technology. So I kept innovating, and I came up with a way to provide hands-free assistive technology, automated commands, and that's how I came up with hands-free brain control for blind assistive technology. And we'll show you a demo. So right now on this screen, you're seeing the feed of the magnifier, but nothing is going to happen until I put on my magneto powers, the brain control. So what you're seeing is my brainwaves actually enabling me to drive this magnification, and now I can zoom in and zoom out by simply thinking. This is think and zoom. All right, thank you. So this can help people like me by making sure it gives us greater user experience, improved productivity, and enhanced functionality. But what is a very simple way that we can actually ensure that our kids, and actually everyone, doesn't go through life facing severe challenges simply because we don't know that they're struggling to see? How can we ensure that before a kid goes to school and takes that test or exam, that their eyes are seeing very well? Or before an employee goes to that job interview, that their eyes are doing very well? What if we go back to the very beginning of how we started our day? In the morning. What if we simply looked into the mirror? What if we could add smart cameras behind that mirror? And all we have to do in the morning is say, mirror, mirror on the wall, how are my eyes doing today? And the magic mirror will tell us if our eyes are suitable to tackle the day. And if not, it can actually send a text to let us know that our eyes are not good. We cannot keep developing technology just for the sake of developing technology. We have to start thinking about humanity and how to serve humanity to make sure that we're all economically viable and to build an inclusive society. We have to start removing barriers to visual learning so we can pave the way to earning. Thank you.